Hi, Nikhil. How are you?
Fine. What about you?
I'm good too. Thank you. So, have we met before?
No, no, ma'am. This is my first interaction with you.
All right, great. So, my name is Sarah, and I'm from Mumbai, and I'm 20 years old, and I work on Clapingo. So, I'm going to be your speaker for the day. Can you please introduce
Okay.
yourself quickly to me, please?
Yeah. My name is Nikhil Kumar. I am from Muzaffarpur, Bihar, and I am here for improving my communication skills.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, how has your experience with Clapingo been so far, Nikhil? I think this is your fifth session, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, what
ma'am.
is your
It is quite good. I think when I talk to different types of speakers, they recommend me that what should I work on, where I am lacking. So that is something I just wanted to know from any
experience?
mentor. And yeah,
Hmm.
I think it is quite good that I got the chance to interact with different types of people. But
Hmm.
at the same time, there is something would be there that sometimes network issue would be there that whole class would be stuck up.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
that is something. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a great experience uh, and great opportunity for myself to improve my communication skills.
Correct. Okay. All right. That's very good, Nikhil. So, have you gone through the document for the day?
Yeah, but I think that's I think what do I say? I think a difficult topic. I think it's about imagination. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I should try that. Whatever I
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Okay. So, let's give it a try and we'll see what works out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, our topic for the day is unexpected challenges, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the situation and you have to tell me how you would behave in this situation. Okay. So,
Okay.
let's say that last month, early in the morning, you hear the doorbell ring and it is the police. They arrest you and they don't give you any explanation whatsoever. You're not given any reason, you're just questioned a lot, and you're not even told why you're being arrested. Okay? So,
Okay.
what will your first reaction be?
Uh, I think I might be too much frightened at that moment.
Okay.
Basically, when we interact with people, we have an assumption. We have so much afraid from them. I think in that
Yeah.
moment, if you do not make mistake, it feels like you are doing something.
Correct.
That's why I think they are there. So in that moment, what should I do? I think I have tried to influence them that I'm trying to ask them that what mistakes I do, and
Mhm.
yeah, so that is something that I would ask, and I do not say much because I know that they have the rules and regulations, all these things. So in that moment,
Right.
I think I should do whatever the situation needs. I think that is something.
Okay. And who would you call for help in this situation? Who's the first person you would call?
Okay, so in my relative there is one barrister would be there. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think I should call him first because he know all the rules and regulations.
Mm-hmm.
After that what would happen? So yeah, I think I just call him.
Okay. All right. And so do you work, Nikhil?
Yeah, no. Right now I am a student.
Okay. All right. But because of this, you're going to have to miss a few days of college, right? So what would you tell your professors about it? You can't tell them that,
Due
oh, they
to
just took me to jail suddenly like that only, right? So what will you tell them?
uh, so what do I tell? I think I tell that I have faced different type of difficult situations that do not explain in words.
I cannot explain in words. Okay.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of
I
saying do
think
not, it will be I cannot.
I cannot. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
and whatever the notes and the things that I have missed, I just collected from my friends and colleagues.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. And
uh,
Nikhil, the thing is, everybody has money, okay? And
yeah,
if you give the cops some money, they'll release you. Like, as in that's what the movies show, right? Bribing is very common in movies, and whenever you read about something in the
yeah,
newspaper, it happens a lot in public around you as well, right? So
Hmm.
would you try to bribe your way through it? Do you believe in corruption and all those things? First of all, do you feel like okay, we are all part of it or something like that?
Ma'am, basically, I do not want to be involved in corruption because I feel that uh, I think it is something that affected the whole nation, and I think it is not going to happen. But at the same
Okay.
time, if I think, what do I say here? Because at some moment, if you do not do that thing, I think you totally stuck up in that situation. Either
Mhm.
your work would not happen or something like that. So
Mhm.
I think in that moment, I think you do not have any chance because
Okay.
every system have involved in that. So
Correct.
a
Correct.
single person does not change anything. I think every individual have to realize that it is. I think it is something that doesn't happen. Yeah, that do not happen. So
Mhm.
I think a one man cannot change everything.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so you would try to bribe them then?
yeah. Basically, what do I what do I say?
No, no, I
Yeah,
understand. I mean, see, in situations like these, sometimes you have to keep your morals and all aside, because you have to like survive, right?
basically, ma'am. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about your safety and your securities. No one else is there with you. So you have to sometimes bend the rules a bit. I understand. I'm not
Right.
encouraging it, huh? If you're in a
No,
situation,
no.
please don't. Someone from
No,
Clapingo told
no,
me to
ma'am. I
bribe the
think
cop.
it's just a situation, and I think it's all about imagination. And I also not recommend or no, not try to do that thing. I think corruption is bad, but it's
Mhm.
just a situation, so I have to give some answer. Yeah,
Correct. Correct. That's true. That's fair. See, in a situation where you're imagining things hypothetically speaking, it's okay. Right.
yeah, yeah.
So, okay, what will you tell the cops in this situation? Like, you won't be able to, they haven't told you any reason why you've been arrested. They haven't said anything at all to you. So, what will you ask them? How will you try to converse with them about this?
I think I should try to cooperate with them. I should try to ask them that what mistakes I do that they should arrested me for what reason, and all the things that I wanted to know that that is anything I think I do wrong. So there I think I should ask them. And I think when we talk to when we talk I think then there is a solution that comes out. So I think the
Correct.
first I should try to cooperate with them.
Okay. All right. So, you would try to ask them, right? That why have you sort
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah, right.
right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. We have another 10 minutes remaining. So I'll ask you one more question. Let's say that the
Okay,
cops the next day tell you that, you know what, we made a mistake. We caught the
okay.
wrong person. You're free to go.
Hmm.
We are sorry. Someone else was supposed to be caught. How would you react? What is the first thing that would come in your mind?
I think bad luck. I think that's a common thing. I think uh, bad luck. I think it may happen to anyone, and I think bad luck has knocked on my door. So
Right?
that is
Okay.
something. Yeah. So I think I do not blame him. How should I blame him? I think if I blame him, then another charges would on my side. So that is not
Mhm.
something I do. I think so. Yeah, I think I should not do not complain to anybody. I think I just feel that everybody, anybody have uh, uh, do mistakes. So I think I
Mhm.
should accept it. I think I should. Yeah, that is something about.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. So we have 10 minutes remaining, and I'm going to now move to feedback. Okay.
Okay.
Nikhil, I'm going to put some words in the chat box, and I want you to pronounce those words. Okay.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. How do you pronounce this?
Pronunciation.
No. So see, when you're saying it without the Asian, you say pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
When you're saying it, you say pronounce. But
Hmm.
when you say it in this form, you say pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
No, not pronunciation. Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Yes. Very good. Very good. That's a very
Okay.
common mistake. Okay, so don't feel bad about it. Very common mistake happens a lot. Second word I'm going to ask you to pronounce is Um, okay, this one in the chat box again.
Communication.
Communication.
अच्छा, communication.
Okay, that's better. So the thing is, what you are doing is when you are saying communication, if you pronounce
Hmm.
the word as come, like communication, you are saying
Mm-hmm.
communication.
Okay.
So you have to say the COMM as come. So communication. Can you try that?
Communication.
Very good. That's excellent. What about this word?
Okay.
This one.
It's people.
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 Yes.
People.
Very good. Very good. Last one. Okay. This one.
It's recommendation.
So you have to say recommendation.
Recommendation.
Yes, very good. So, Nikhil, you're a very confident, very respectful person to talk to. So, talking with you feels very nice. You know, you're very respectful, you're very sweet, and you're confident and comfortable with the language, and it shows in the way you speak. Your sentence structure is really good, and your vocabulary also seems at a fairly intermediate level. Okay, but the two
Okay.
areas we have to improve on is pronunciation. Sorry, our pronunciation and tenses. Okay,
Okay.
now, pronunciation, I gave you some words right now, and there was some words which you pronounced in an incorrect manner, right? So, what
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest is, are you watching any movies at the moment? Any shows, English shows?
Yeah, yeah. I think whenever I just got a free time. I watch any English movie or any animation movies.
Okay, all right.
Anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what I will suggest you do, Nikhil, is that you can start watching some TED Talks. Okay,
What?
TED Talks. I sent it on the chat box again. Do you know
TED
what
Talks.
TED
Okay.
Talks?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just hear about on podcast. Podcast. There is TED Talks would be there.
Yeah, so podcasts are also a good option. You can also start listening to TED Talks and keep
Mm-hmm.
the subtitles on and listen carefully to the way they pronounce their words. If you can listen to
Okay.
any Indian podcasts, Indian English
Mm-hmm.
podcasts, that will be better because the accent issue won't be there, you know. So you can start with that for pronunciation. The second thing we have to focus on is your tenses. Now, when it comes to tenses, I noticed that there is an issue with your past tense,
Right.
right?
I
Okay,
just
has
yeah.
you've been told
I do
before as
mistakes.
well.
Yeah.
You've been told before as well, right? That okay, there are issues in the past tense. Okay, so what I will suggest is that okay, let me give you an example. Okay, mm, okay, one second. Uh, this is a very simple sentence. I am at the bank. How will you
Mm-hmm.
convert this into past simple past tense?
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, I was in the bank.
Yes, very good. I was at the bank, right? But how will
Hmm.
you continue this? How will you convert this into past continuous tense?
How I was being at the I do not know. I think I do not know that.
Right. So, I was at the bank is past simple tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, past continuous tense would be I was at the bank. It would be same because here you're not doing a lot of actions. But if I tell you
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
So there may be some differences, na. I think simple past is about that the situation is indefinite, but uh,
correct,
past continuous is
correct,
that situation is going on.
right.
Yeah,
So,
was
like,
going on.
yeah, yeah. I'll give you another example. I am writing a letter is simple present tense. I was writing a letter is simple past tense.
Ma'am, I am writing a letter is a present continuous. Right?
Sorry, yes, simple present continuous tense. I
Yeah,
was writing a letter is
past continuous.
right, and I had been writing a letter.
It's past perfect,
Right.
past
Correct.
perfect continuous. I had been. Yeah,
Absolutely. Very good. So see, you know the theory, but when you're using it
yeah,
in speaking, in conversation, that is when the errors happen. You know the
right.
theory very good. I would say you know the theory better than me. But there are
No,
some
no,
issues in the when you're using them in sentences in conversation, right? So there
right.
is this textbook called um, Ren and Martin. I sent it in the chat box again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
grammar textbook. You can find it
Hmm.
online as well, and it's a very good textbook, okay, because it gives you theory, it will give you examples, exercises, it helps you understand the concepts very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest you get this textbook and you start working on the past tenses, right? It will help
Okay.
you get some exercise. But more importantly, I wanted to write as well. So I wanted to write, in past tense, a paragraph a day about what you did the previous day, right? Anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're writing on your own as well because it will give you some more practice. Okay? Okay.
Uh,
So to sum
Ma'am,
up,
I just wanted to ask one question
Mhm.
I should work on my vocabulary. I think I just lack of. Sometimes I do not have words that to express my feelings or anything. So in that
Okay.
moment, I do some. I just go through many words would be there, but at the same time, the words are not anywhere. When I just stuck up, these
Mhm.
words I do not find it.
Okay. All right. Again, the similar reason, right? You learn about the words. See, one thing people will tell you for sure is you have to start reading a book, reading articles. Yes, it's very
Hmm.
important. But if you don't know to use those words in the sentences, you won't be able to learn anything from it. So, what I will
Right.
suggest is when you're reading, or even if you're looking at anything at all, an article, a book, anything, and you come across a new word, find the meaning of the word, but also learn to use it in a sentence,
Okay.
right? So
Oh yeah.
practice that.
Right.
If you
Mhm.
learn to use it in a sentence, you'll be able to use it while talking to someone else. If you don't do the practice of using the word in the sentence, you won't be able to remember it when you're speaking to someone else, right?
Right.
So try to do
Hmm.
that because that is the main way of enriching your vocabulary. Learning is simple, but practicing it, that is which requires a lot of commitment,
Right.
right? Okay. So we have like 1 minute left, I think, Nikhil. It was very nice to meet you. You're a very good person, very sweet person to talk to, very respectful. Just focus on the pronunciation part a bit and try to get more practice in the tenses.
Okay. I will try. I will try.